We believe that every American deserves an efficient, effective, and accountable government that puts the people in control. And at ALEC, we equip and empower today's state leaders to shape America's future through our unwavering commitment to limited government, free markets, and federalism. In this chaotic world full of opinions, legislators rely and seek out our cutting-edge research and collaborative model policy development as a voice of reason. As a forum, our members in both the private and the public sectors come together to exchange those ideas and develop real solutions for the business and economic issues facing the states to help all Americans. For more than 50 years, our members have counted on us to deliver those trusted policy solutions that profoundly impact everyday life. This is the vision behind the new ALEC brand. A refresh that is reflected in the images and banners and logos that you will see throughout the conference and the words you will hear throughout this week. In short, you will feel our ALEC impact. This year, that impact has been felt in every corner of the United States as legislators like Senator Jim Stalzer and Majority Whip Kirk Chafee led the charge against home equity theft in South Dakota, in the way that Representative Bill Taylor championed legislation to keep politics out of pensions in South Carolina, as Representative Colin Jack and Senator Ronald Winterton provided energy reliability in Utah, and when Senator Orr and Representative Garrett brought universal education freedom to Alabama. These are not the only battles we fought, nor the battles that we won. We also saw education freedom expanded in Missouri, energy reliability in Virginia, and the protection of voter rights in Alabama, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Oklahoma. Also, as you might have seen us on Fox Business News, as we traveled with a contingency of ALEC state chairs to Capitol Hill to deliver a letter signed by more than 350 legislators from 43 states, calling to make the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent. But the battles we fight are not just here at home. On the international front, we celebrated as frequent ALEC speaker, B. Kim Hsiao was elected to serve as the next vice president of Taiwan. And in case you didn't notice, we're leading a 10-person bipartisan delegation to Taiwan next month. It's going to be an incredible journey and fantastic opportunity to learn how democracy works on the other side of the world. But there were hard times too. Our hearts sank in October as our friends in Israel suffered an unimaginable tragedy following the unwarranted attacks by the terrorist group Hamas. And they call us extreme. Watching these progressives, the same people who call us extreme, waving Hamas flags even today in the US Capitol while chanting from the river to the sea. That is extreme. You know what else is extreme? Soros-funded DAs who refuse to prosecute people who are robbing and stealing our cars. That is extreme. Thousands of every day pouring unchecked over our southern border, bringing crime, drugs, all under orders from the Mexican cartels, and the federal government has done nothing. That is extreme. Yep, and more than 100,000 young Americans being poisoned. I use that word very intentionally. They are being poisoned, dying every year from fentanyl. That is extreme. We are not the extreme. We are free market and solutions-oriented and common sense Americans. We are for universal freedom, where every student has the opportunity to attend the school that best fits their individual learning needs. That is not extreme. We are for protecting the rights of every American to legally cast their votes in our elections. That is not extreme. And we are for legal immigration, welcoming those who follow the rules and ensuring they will do so at no harm to us. That is not extreme. For too long, people have sat and cowered from these progressive attacks, feared being rejected or blackballed for expressing an idea. That's not the America I grew up in. And that's not the America most of you grew up in. But it's become the America our children and our grandchildren will have to grow up in. It doesn't have to be. We're already seeing pushback from industries that used to kowtow to these attacks, from people like Joe Rogan, whose podcast calls out the progressive tomfoolery, ridicules the absurd, and calls for the return of sanity. From people like hedge fund manager Bill Ackman, who pulled back donations from the colleges he was giving to, that allowed anti-Semitism to fester and failed to ensure Jewish students and staff were secure. These are but a few of the leaders who have stood their ground and turned the tide and defended what is right.